Hello. There you go. Wonderful. Whatever. Alright. Let's go. So tonight we're gonna be talking about something that's very controversial, as you can tell by the pictures. Um and it's been heavily joked about. Shouldn't be, but it has been. It has been. And we're talking about the Las Vegas shooting and the shooter himself, Stefan Paddock, or as I'm just gonna call him Stefan because I'm not trying to pronounce his last name again. It took me like 10 minutes, a couple days, not a couple days, probably about yesterday. This is about how long it took me to figure it out because I'm an idiot. Oh, he's here. He's just not talking. Noah, be my comedic relief again.
What?
There we are. Finally, there he is.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I know. You're fine. I'm guessing Discord on the
Don't know,
spot.
but the New Call of Duty is something else.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just like, this man spotted 3 times saying like, yeah, just let me know when to join. I let you know, you just don't join. I at least gave you some time for it. No, I didn't. I should. I
Yeah.
was like, I gave him like I gave him like a whole minute and a half at most. Um, so real quick, I'm going to share the podcast, even though it doesn't really matter to you if you know it. Um, restricted share to a school account. Send. Wait, no, don't add my school. Not okay. Not to. I don't think. Remove access. I don't. I'm
Oh
not gonna. I'm
no.
not. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna send this to my school
Wi-Fi.
account. I don't think. I don't think it's a good idea to send the Las Vegas shooting and like videos of the shooting and other said items to my school account. I don't think it's a good idea. Um,
Probably not.
no. So basically just a decent bit of the Las Vegas shooting, right,
Yeah.
Noah? If you
Yep.
want, I'll let you take over that, and then I'll just like scrub up on the details. Because for some reason, like a decent bit of people were just like, I don't know what the Las Vegas shooting is. So I was like,
That's
2017.
surprising.
It is surprising because I did
There's
a bunch of research and it's only about like 60 to 70% of the population. And that's in the US. Not world. I can understand if it
yikes.
was worldwide, but still, like,
But that's the US. That's bad.
that's not good. This was only like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
no,
a little bit of an
5 years
issue.
ago. No, I can't math. Hold on. It's 2, so to get to 7, it would be
Five.
5. Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead. Let you
Alright, so
explain.
basically oh, okay, hello there. So basically the Las Vegas shooting was that's not okay, sorry. The Las Vegas shooting was I don't remember his name. What was his name?
Stephen Paddock was
Stephen
the
Paddock.
shooters. Yeah.
Yeah, but basically, uh, nobody knows why he did it. I don't think, anyways.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, other than just because people, I guess. But basically, he decided to sit in a hotel room window and shoot up. What concert was it? I know it was a concert. I just don't remember
It
whose
was
concert it was.
a country concert,
I
and
say
I
it
think
wasn't a Luke Bryan, I think.
it had a bunch of every. It's not. I mean, it had a bunch of
I think it
different
was a
people.
CMA. That's right, it was a CMAs. It was like a Country
M
Music Award type of
MGM
thing.
apparently. No, that's the hotel company. Anywho, who it wasn't like the concert wasn't like for a specific person. All that you really need to
No.
know is the shooting started when Jason Aldean decided to just pop in and be like, "I'm gonna close the concert."
Yeah. So it basically happened at the very end of the concert.
Mhm.
I don't remember the amount of casualties it was.
I honestly don't really remember. It was like it was a decent amount, but it was nothing compared. I think it was 51, 50 or
I
61. Let me
think
take a
so.
look. Pa- 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 Did I
What's
just
out?
not
Huh?
mention it?
I don't know. Cypher skin?
I'm almost positive I mentioned it. It should be mentioned there because I know it's mentioned elsewhere. Where? There's so many numbers in this one document, so give me one second. I don't, you know. I'm just gonna look it up. I know it's in there. I know it's in there. It's just there are so many numbers. But I'm almost positive it
That
was around. It
I think it was
was
like 50 something,
51 to
50 or 60 something.
61. It was one of the it was 61, 61. And then that's nothing
Alright,
compared to this 867 that were injured.
yeah.
So basically, to touch on it just a tad bit more with a little bit of a background. Stephen Paddock is 64. He was a gambler for 25 years, so he had to be somewhat successful to be able to do it consecutively for 25 years. Um, his early life is pretty basic. He was an IRS agent. He worked with the DCAA to give. Basically, they just give out government contracts for the Department of Defense for weaponry or ammunition, stuff like that. Uh, this part I'm gonna cut out because it isn't true, but um, in early 2016 into the beginning of 2017, he decided to just start. He was just like, yeah, guns are now a hobby for me. So he just started buying up a ton. And his girlfriend, obviously, at the time was just like, yeah, this is just like a hobby thing. Because, I mean, to be fair, man's worked for the DCAA, so he knows his way around a firearm, at least basically. So it wouldn't be outside the realm of a possibility. Um, so the one thing that Noah forgot to mention that is basically the whole point and why this is such a controversial topic is he was quote unquote using bump stocks on all of the AR-15s that he was using, and an AR-15 bump stocker on whatever gun it may be, because they do make them for AKs and stuff like that. Um, it's actually supposed to be to simulate fully automatic fire, but obviously it's not good at all. You can't like it simulates it, but you can't. I can put money on it. Even if you were standing at 25 to 50 yards, you wouldn't be able to hit anything accurately with it. It's just not designed properly, right? But it's more of like a gimmick to be like, ah, ha ha ha, this is funny, 4th of July kind of thing. Stupid. It's not. No one's genuinely going to be like, to have fully automatic fire instead of getting a firearm illegally. I'm just gonna toss on the stock that makes my gun super inaccurate. No, that's not what they're intending to use. People like to say that's what it was for. Even both sides of the argument that wanted them and didn't want them will say that's what it was for. But no, it never was. Um, I won't explain how they work because if you really want to, here's the short thing: you shoot gun goes back into your hand, goes back into your shoulder. The stock then pushes, stays in place while the or no, so you look it up. Look it up. It's hard. I'm not good with physics. Okay, I'm not trying to explain this. Just look up a video of it, and it's very simple to just look at it and be like, "Oh, that works." Another thing that he had was 100 round magazines, as you can see in this photo. No, not this photo. Which photo is it? This photo here. You can see these massive magazines, these metal ones here. This one's actually 45 rounds, but this is 100. This is 100. You can see all of these. Like that one has a bump stock on it. That one has a bump stock on it. Don't think any other ones you can see in the frame has a. That one has a bump stock on it. You can tell by the trigger. If you look at the trigger, you can see how it kind of like goes over top. It's really weird. But other than that, that's about basically about what it is besides the fact that he had a ton of not hard drives, but laptops in. There was a laptop there, but a hard drive was missing. And they're like, oh, there must be something important on this hard drive. So they looked for it. And they ended up finding it in Stefan's brother's possession. His name is Bruce. Bruce. I just read that out loud. Who names their kid Bruce? You're trying to get bullied for that one. You were asking for your child to get bullied for that one. What kind of name is Bruce?
No.
Like that's I wouldn't even name.
Not
like,
me, that's for sure. Even if I hated my kid, I wouldn't name him that.
I would name it I would name Bruce like a pit bull or something. I think Bruce is a pretty good pit bull name. It sounds really stupid, just like a pit bull. Because pit bulls are not smart as some. Anywho, Bruce, it was found in his possession, and they were like, "What's on the hard drive?" Well, let's take a look. 600 images of cheese pizza, which if you don't know what that means, go ahead and take a look up the abbreviation for it and do your own research. I'm not saying it on here. I'm gonna get banned. Noah, do you know what I mean by the term cheese pizza?
Yes.
Okay. Just message me if you don't, because I'll send it. So, anywho,
I know what you're talking about.
but yeah, so that's just like very brief overview of everything. There's obviously more when it comes to the actual shooting, but I won't get into that until later with the theory. I oh,
No.
there are clips in here of the actual shooting that I have linked and are cited in the essay, but I don't think it's a good idea to pull them up on here and play them openly. I'll do it after that. I'll edit it in, talk over it, but I won't play it live right now because that's just not a good idea. But basically, we're gonna go pretty far back. We're gonna start from the beginning, which is gonna sound weird, but this will catch up. Noah's gonna be Noah's gonna just be like, there's no way this is connected. Anywho, so during the early 2000s, or not 2000s, 20th century or 21st, let's take a look. What year was this? 1993, so yeah, 21st century, right on the turn of it. Okay, what's the 21st century? Is it the 20th or 20th century? 21st century. No, it's on the turn of the 21st century. In 1993, and I think in the same year as well, this event. We'll start with Ruby Ridge. Ruby Ridge was an event in 1992, in Idaho, which basically is this guy is selling illegal firearms. He's cutting shotgun barrels to make them really short. And he was arrested for that already. His name is Randy Weaver, and he was arrested already, and he was just like, yeah, I got arrested. And then he didn't appear on court. He refused to surrender. And he started taking his quote unquote family and family friends hostage, and honestly, they just were resisting alongside with him. So the hostage rescue team of the FBI comes in, and then the United States Marine USMS. What again? Oh, United States Marshal Services. So, state marshals. Anywho, they come in, and the ATF is just like, or not the ATF, but the ATF was there. They were more or less the people that were worried about the guns that he had. Basically, to make a long story short, since the ATF was involved, they blamed the ATF for not only Weaver's injury, Give me 1 second, because it's his wife and son, right, Noah, that got murdered? I believe so. Siege and controversy. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Yeah. His wife and daughter were killed, and he was struck. Yeah. His wife, son, and daughter were all shot. He was shot in the chest. He was ended up fine. His son died, and his wife also died with his other friends and families just being injured. Anywho, so ATF actually gets blamed for all of this, even though it's technically the FBI and marshals who should be blamed for. But they get blamed for it. So they already aren't liked right now during the early. Well, immediately a year after that, a lot of people, a lot of people, be really surprised if you wouldn't know about the Waco siege down in Texas. Well, Waco siege, basically, to put a long story short, is this compound, quote unquote compound, in Waco, Texas, in which a man by the name of David Koresh, I'm gonna say Koresh, David Koresh, had their own little branch Davidian quote unquote religion, very heavily debated. I'm just gonna say religion at the moment. And the ATF were called in due to suspicion of illegal weapon stockpiling illegal weapons. They just have a bunch of guns that they aren't supposed to have. The FBI also gets involved, and so does the state law, or not state law, but local law enforcement gets involved. Everyone gets involved, but there's two things: guns and child abuse is what everyone's really worried about. So basically, the ATF decide to do a no-knock search warrant, and the Branch Davidians just start shooting and fighting back. A bunch of siege happens. ATF eventually tries to get everyone out with tear gas. Well, it was incendiary, which means fire. Therefore,
It catches stuff on fire. Ooh.
Yeah, it caught the entire building on fire and killed everyone inside.
Yep.
Besides, like,
Yep.
not everyone. There was probably at least a handful. Yeah, 76 out of I think the 100 and something that were in there. I don't know. I don't exactly remember these numbers, but anywho, now to this day, the ATF is still heavily hated, and I think it's honestly just because of these two events mainly. Everyone just hears the words ATF and they're just like, yeah, these guys kind of sucks. They're kind of the buzzkills of everything because they work with alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives. Like, they're not fun. So, what? Okay, so what does the ATF have to do about this? No one likes the ATF. No one really has liked the ATF, and recently, due to the what did I put in here? What did I put into it? Waco would Ruby Ridge. Backlash. So during the Obama presidency, this is gonna sound awful, but no. So during the Obama presidency, his second term, right? His second term ended in 2017. Yeah, because that's when Trump came in office. Anyway, during his second term, the ATF and the Democratic Party decided to really start cracking down in 2015, probably around 2014 actually, on firearms. They've been doing it periodically, and I mean, like, it had been like Yes, it had been happening, and yes, people were fighting over it. But it wasn't national news every single day like it is still to this day, and like it was then. So the ATF is looking like the bad guys at the moment. Well, they're looking, it depends, they're split. Right now in 2015, they have a lot of people just hating them because they exist. A lot of people hating them because they're. I will say this. During this time, they were not trying to ban firearms, they were trying to restrict them. There is a difference. Anywho, I'm not debating on that. They were restricting firearms and the attachments you could put onto it, or just restricting them overall. And people didn't like that. They also just weren't liked in general, and so they didn't have too much support besides the Democratic Party, which at the time wasn't getting too much done. They really weren't doing too much. So this new thing comes to light that everyone wants because it looks funny and cool. It's called the bump stock. Well, as I stated before, the bump stock can be considered for fully automatic weapon fire, and to own a fully automatic weapon or quote unquote machine gun, you must own a license that's issued by the ATF, and for said weapon that is fully automatic, you must send it in so they can put a cool little stamp on it, and then you pay taxes on it, as well as the license that you also pay for and pay taxes on. Anywho, so a workaround for the fully automatic stamp and paying taxes on it, you could get a bump stock just to be like, yeah, I own a quote unquote fully automatic weapon. Well, the ATF doesn't like that too much because now they're not getting paid because you're avoiding taxes on that stamp, but now they've lost their power to enforce those weapons because you could just say if you have a fully automatic weapon, you could just be like, oh, I have a bump stock, and you don't have one on. They can't really prove that without coming all the way out to, I don't know, backwoods Kentucky and pulling your. No, they're not gonna do all that. That's not worth it unless you have like 90 of them. Then it's not gonna be worth their time. So and they can't ban it. They've been trying to ban it for a while, and it just hasn't been able to go through. They haven't had the support for it yet. So what do? You did what you did during JFK's presidency. You do it yourself. You give people a reason. So, why do I think this is so? Because here's the thing. While yes, a 64-year-old, 64, I'm pretty sure he's exactly 64, but he's in his 60s. A 64 man shooting over. I did the math myself, and I'm not good at geography or
So
geometry.
that means it's not going to be the best
It's not gonna.
mathematics.
Well, here's the thing. I did it myself and I compared it to other numbers, and I'm getting wildly different answers. So I cut it right down the middle.
So what we do
So-
in physics?
Yeah. So what we do in physics, yeah. So on this 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel / Casino, down to the concert is about 3,000 yards away. Now, a 64-year-old man can definitely shoot that far. Fully automatic, there ain't no way. There is no way in hell he is using 223 or 556 and is hitting 3,000 yards accurately. Because I didn't put this in the script, but I probably will later. It is mentioned, and you can see, I don't know if it's in this photo. No, it's not in this photo. Yeah, it's in this photo. Over here, you can see a piece of tape. What looks to be a massive pen and a piece of paper. This piece of paper and this pen are used for calculations for his shots. No, you are not in under an hour. You are not calculating not only the wind. You're calculating the wind because there's wind. Even if you don't think there is at some point there will be a gust of wind that will change the path of your bullet. There is the fact that you're shooting almost straight down at something. You have to account for that because instead of shooting straight out, then if you're shooting 3,000 yards straight out, you're adjusting for the curvature of the earth. Instead of doing that straight down, You're not adjusting for anything because it's not dropping as hard because it's already going down. Gravity's already pulling it down. But it's not going to do that. And in the videos I won't show now, but I will show right here, right now. I'll make a little note of it to put it here. As you can hear, it's very loud. It's very boom, very loud, very deep of a sound. Out where I live, and no one can attest for this, 5.56 and 2.23, it's not insanely loud. It's a 22 caliber round, which means it's very high pitch, not a big low deep pitch. So if you keep watching that video, I mean, your discretion is advised there, so that's up to you to do. But as you can hear, like, they all have a very deep boom 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 pitch, very deep, very heavy, very aggressive. And with an AR-15 you just don't get that. You don't. Now it does state not here, but on I'm not going through this investigation again. The only reason I have this pulled up is because Noah already said it earlier and I just kind of forgot to get over it. There is no motive. So yeah, you could see like all this. Okay. So I didn't use this for my calculations. I just kind of used like Google Maps and traced things from the road over. Yeah. So here's where everyone's standing right here. Everyone's standing right over here. Yay. He's shooting from here. That's about 3,000 yards. I don't trust that. Anywho, that's fully automatic, by the way. It is fully automatic, so ever seen something shoot fully automatic? Anywho. So it does state that he does have some AR-10s in there, which AR-10s are nothing but an AR-15 that is chambered in a bigger round that is bigger than, I believe, 224 Valkyrie. AR-10. It's basically just a bigger round. Yeah, it's just a 7.62 by 5. It's a 308 AR-15. That's all it is. It did say that he had some here, and I'm gonna assume that's what these are. No, because he's a bump stocks. There's no way he's doing that with 308 bump stocking. Oh, I'll get on this big time. No one knows exactly what I'm talking about when I say there is no way he shot over 1,000 rounds in this picture. Anywho, obvious.
No shot.
Also,
there's no shot he went through that much ammo.
I probably should have put a viewer discretion advised with this photo because I mean you could just kind of see the man's body just kind of sitting here. You don't see like the gory part, but you do just see like his legs just kind of chilling there.
I hate that.
Sorry about that.
He's up top.
So basically, 308. Well, this is where the ATF comes in. They're already hated. They want a reason to ban bump stocks. They blame it on this guy. So he just kind of, I'm pretty sure basically, here's my opinion on what happened exactly. He did shoot a little bit. As you can see in this photo, he did actually fire some rounds. And he probably did hit like 3 people, 4 people. But I don't think he's hitting over 60. No, there's no way that's happening. So he does shoot a good bit. Definitely not over the in a moment. I don't want to get into it just yet. I gotta talk about the M60. The M60 is a Vietnam War machine gun, and by machine gun I mean what everyone knows it as. This guy, this big thing. The machine is a machine gun. People don't know what a machine gun basically means because they say it's a light machine gun. This ain't light.
It is.
It's not.
It's in single fire.
What?
No, I'm talking to Jeremy.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. But as you can see, it's you know, big, and it's chambered in. Wow, what a surprise! 7.62 by 5.1, 308, and I do have another video linked in the video in the script that you can go and watch and compare the two. They sound quite similar, very similar. because of the fire rate, because it's a very slow firing weapon. I will actually go ahead and let the video play. Second. We are. I'll let it play for just a moment. Hopefully it's not too loud. It's at full blast. Let it play for just a second. As you can hear for just a little audio clip, it's about the same fire rate as what was shot there. Anyhow, so he was set up, and he was like, "You're gonna do this, or we're going to get you for the 600 images of cheese pizza that you have." And he was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And so he shoots a little bit and does this whole theatrica, and then there's just someone that's working for the ATF somewhere else, or is just hired off by the ATF, and it's just like, pow pow pow. They're just doing it. They're the ones actually committing the carnage. And so there's my theory for a little bit, and at least it did a decent bit. Now, let's not stray away too far from the facts, because I said earlier that there was a man named Bruce, and we were gonna make fun of him. Bruce, you may be wondering, oh yeah, there's that hard drive missing from my laptop, and Bruce has it. There's over 600 images of cheese pizza on it. If you watch the videos of Bruce talking, I believe, let's take a look and see who, because he apparently, I never really got the answer to this. Oh my god. Bruce Paddock. That can't be right. Let's take a look. Child. Yeah, so his real name is Daniel, nickname is Bruce. Anyone would ever want the nickname of Bruce, but there we go. So you can look up, I don't have any links because I was gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of just too lazy to go and find the exact clip that it was, but he was very vocal about trying to figure out why this happened and why his brother did such and such things. He always was like, my brother could do this, but why? He was always pushing that question of why, and as you know, the ATF, there still is no motive to this day. Noah is right. There is no motive. No motive was ever found in the official investigation. Let me go through here. See if I can't find motive. What was Paddock's motive? There's a precise based on what we do know is his actions and behaviors displayed by Paddock at the Ogden were not consistent with those displayed at the mid. Oh wait, no. In reference to the 2000 investigative lead, 22,000 hours of video, 252,000 images obtained, and approximately 1,000 served legal process, nothing was found to indicate motive on the part of Paddock or that he acted with anyone else. So there's no motive. But his brother over here, Bruce Daniel, is just like, there is a motive. There has to be a motive, and the ATF doesn't want that. They set him up. They paid him. They didn't pay him off, but they blackmailed him It was like, this CP looks mighty bad, but you know what looks even worse? A country concert. Oh, okay. I don't think I can make that joke, but you know what? I'm keeping it in. Keeping it in. So there's that, and so well, Bruce is causing all this attention towards the motive, and people are like, "Yeah, why isn't there a motive? Why isn't there a motive? Find the motive." Blah 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 blah. Wait a minute.
There is no motive.
Yeah, there is no motive. Hold on. And then people were like, "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Eric, why are you being investigated?" Eric's over here like, "Ooh, I don't know." Not but 25 days later, Eric is convicted of possession of a lot of Pizza Hut pizza, a lot of it, a lot of cheese,
A lot of
about the
cheese pizza.
600 images of it. So as you can see, like it's not funny. It's disgusting to think about, but it is quite funny how not but 24 to 25 days later, I think he was arrested on the 25th. When was Bruce Paddock arrested? October 25th, and the shooting happened on the 1st of October. 24 days later, this man was arrested. And what I find funny is it doesn't say in the investigation, but in one of the court cases, I'll have to find it and hopefully be able to. I might not be able to find it. It states that there is no correlation between the investigation of the shooting and the investigation of Eric. No, that's not how that works. There is definitely involvement on both sides because Eric was probably interrogated and investigated because of his brother, and they probably went through his stuff to see if he helped Stefan. So like, also I keep saying Eric. Eric is like another one of his brothers that was mentioned for some reason. But whatever. Also, another reason why I believe that Stefan did not act alone. Here we go. Here it is. The ammo. It is stated that hopefully I can find it here. F1000 1000 rounds maybe. Okay. Okay. So we got 100 rounds here, 95, another 100, another 95, 94. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rounds. 8 rounds there. Let me take a look. Sorry, so it's 80 to 100 rounds, not the 1,000 that I originally stated. No, there's still more. How many rounds were fired total? I'll look it up. Because I can't remember exactly what it was. How many?
I think they said it was like 632 rounds or something like that.
It was how many total rounds was fired during Las Vegas?
How did you want to look it up?
1,100 rounds.
The fire, so yeah. So the left D-pad.
About 1,000 rounds. And if you look at this video of there's Stefan Paddock. Well, viewer discretion advised is again. I could probably count on screen less than 70 rounds here. I'll move to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There are 31, 32, 33. There are 33 rounds on this floor. I don't know about you. Where are the other 1,070 and 68 rounds? That is one magazine plus a cool extra round just kind of just sitting there that probably fell. There's no way he shot. And if you look at this picture, this is just wood. That's not even rounds. That's just wood from them entering the building. You look back there. There's something there. Nothing on the floor up here, but more wood. More wood. Weapons. You can see the.
Did you know they
there.
fell out the window?
Huh?
I said, didn't you know they could fall out the window?
Still though, 1,100 rounds and only 30
No,
are up
I'm
top.
just with you.
I know, like they're
Yeah.
obviously they can fall out the window, but still, like, that is such a far stretch to make.
Like, I'm sorry, there ain't no shot he fired 1,200 rounds basically.
And like, and from my understanding, a 2-hour period. Let me take a look.
I don't even think it was that. I think it was like 45 minutes.
The shooting starts at 22:05, so 8:05, right?
So the time we started
no,
this stream.
No, 10:05.
You said 20?
22, so 10.
22:05, so 10.
Yeah, because 8 is
Eight
this
is
cool
20.
this cool little wallpaper I have has the military time in the back.
Oh, see, that's all I use in military time, so.
I use military time whenever it comes to like dates and stuff like that because then it's like stuck in my mind. Anywho, 22:05, so 10:05 is when it started, and then it stopped at stopped shooting at around I'm looking here. It's very hard to tell because I hate criminal investigation reports. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say this. It was less than 20 minutes. Less than 20. Because the entire thing ends at 23:26, and that's just them, that's just
Where he was.
Yeah, finding where he was. The last time it mentions a fire is 22:15, 10 minutes. So less than 20, but exactly at least 10.
So probably 15-ish. I think they said it was like 18.
It was
something
something.
like that.
It was weird. Anywho, there is no way that happened. There is no way 1,200 rounds shot that quickly. Anywho, I think that's just about it. Well, I mean, at least the ATF looked like the good guys because they banned bump stock.
To the wall.
But even in here, I showed you that the LVMPD, which is the Las Vegas something police department, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, states that there's no whatever it's called. There is no motive. So there's that for you. It's weird. And everyone kind of just blows it off as, oh, that guy was just crazy. You could do that for someone who, like, the New York guy. The guy that, Buffalo, New York. Like, but he still had a motive.
Oh, yeah, the shooting of Buffalo. Yeah, he had a motive.
Yeah, he had a motive. Yeah, he was crazy, and he did it because he was crazy, but his motive was because he was racist.
Yeah.
And he really didn't have anything else to live for, and he thought it'd be cool to act like a Call of Duty player. Okay, that's not funny, but still, like, that was definitely going through his head with how he was, like, talking.
Just like, oh yeah, now look at these Xbox players now. You know?
He's like, oh, let me slide cancel real quick. Okay. But, yeah. Anywho. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna let you go, Noah. I'll let you head out for the night. I'm gonna wrap up everything by just saying, like, saying this little final paragraph, which is just a recap.
Yeah. So I
But,
ain't doing anything.
Yeah. Honestly, what happened on October 1st, 2017 was a national tragedy and it's awful overall. Just doesn't make sense on why, and theories are cool. So, that's probably about the best thing I can explain right there. Small round stated before.
But
Anywho, none of it just adds up. Small amount of rounds doesn't make any sense to me. And having no motive just doesn't make any sense. It's just terrible. It's when it comes to the investigation. Well, I think that sums it about it. Hope everyone had a good time listening to me yell about round count and bullet velocity and a 65-year-old man not being able to do something because he sucks. Well, maybe have a wonderful night. Take care. Be safe. Noah, let's hop on out.
never. You're stuck with me.
No. No. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I'll talk to you
I
later.
own
I'll
you
see
now.
tomorrow.
Yep. I'll see you tomorrow, bud.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, have a good one. Take care.
See you.
Be safe.
Yep. Bye.
Alright, I'll see all of you guys tomorrow too. At least the guys on stream. You guys have a wonderful night. Take care. Be safe. See you next week on Wednesday, hopefully, with you know what, how about we pick, you know what, I'm gonna sit here for a moment and try to decide with you guys what we should I had a few ideas I wanted to try. Now I don't remember any of them, which is nice. Alright. Well, I'll talk with Noah tomorrow, and I'll put it in at the end of the video. I'll put it in as well right now. But for now, let's see you guys all tomorrow. Good night. You guys had a fun time.
Get a fresh frame of mind at